Hello, church family. We're just coming together here to let you know, give you an update where we're at Discovery. With abundance of caution, we decided to not meet in large groups, and we're using the resources of Merritt Island Church. They're recording their services and streaming it. I'm going to continue to try to open up the building on Sunday morning for those that don't have the ability to watch it online or the technology to have it. We'll have the doors open for people to come, and we'll encourage everybody to sit sufficiently apart from each other, be able to give you communion and pray for you and be there for you. But we wanted to give this update to you, likely a weekly update, so that you can know what's going on. We want to reach all of y'all that we can, and if you know of someone that doesn't have the ability to hear this or is not getting the emails, please reach out to us. We're going to try to call each one of y'all throughout the next week. So help us have a way to continue to meet with each other. Would you like to add anything to it?
I'd like to say hello to our Discovery Christian family. I know it's been a while since I've seen you guys. I pray the Lord that everybody is finding themselves in good health. Always remember, as a Christian, if you are a believer, let the world flip out over these kind of things. We already have our lives secured, both this life and in the afterlife. So that's why we're supposed to be in the light to the world in regards to situations like this. Now, thank God for the communication equipment that we are able to communicate with you guys apart from actually seeing you. I mean, I do miss you guys. I miss the church. But thank God for the availability of technologies to be able to communicate. Remember, communication is the number one thing that is paramount to all relationships. And in a corporate setting or in a church setting, communication is everything. And that's the whole purpose of why we are doing this, to make sure that you are well communicated in regards to where we are with the following the protocols given by the government. And that's why we are doing this, and we're keeping you in our prayers each and every day. And I pray that and hope that you guys keep also the leadership in your private prayers, because we definitely can use God's wisdom, and we need to be lifted up as we seek God's guidance as we go through these trying times.
Yeah, because I can promise you one thing. We're not sure that this is the best thing to do from week to week. We're finding out as we go, but we'd rather make the error on being safe than to do something that could harm anyone or be against what the government guidelines are. So that's why we're going to make this decision to go week by week. But we do want to keep our family together. We want to keep the church growing, to do what we've been doing so successfully, reaching out to the community. The garden is still going on, growing in the back. We want to still continue growing inside as well. Hopefully, with the assistance of Merritt Island Church with their message, Mike and Mark are teaming up together to put a message out. With these messages we're going to be giving you, we can continue to build our relationship. Like Ford said, it's all about communication. We do still need the support. We need to keep the doors open, so when we get through this, we can keep growing. And Merritt Island has graciously offered their services to allow us to piggyback on their online giving. If you come to the church, I'm going to still have communion every week for the people that do come to watch the service online. But that doesn't mean that you don't go to the Lord in your own home. We got to remember who we're doing this for. Church is not about that building. We do want to have that building when we get done, but that is not what the church is about. The church is a lot bigger than any four walls. So just remember that.
Yes, family. The reality of things is that just because we are going through this corona protocols does not mean that there's a hold on making our mortgage payments and things like that. Unfortunately, the way life is, we constantly still have to keep up with our budget to make sure that we stay afloat and make sure that all our financial obligations are taken care of, to include our mortgage, our missionaries, our staffs, and a bunch of other stuff. So therefore, we truly urge you to make sure that you are making effort to bring in your tithe and your offering. Paul talks about it's part of our spiritual growth, because God challenges us on the things that we possess, and tithe and offering is more of an obedience, but also it's a part that each one of us do things to try to give back things that God has blessed us with. We do want to honor God, we want to glorify God, but if you really want to grow, giving the things that are important to you definitely will make a person grow. Paul tells us in Corinth about he who sows sparingly reaps sparingly. So even if we want to reap better harvest, there are conditions that are laid out, and the Bible is quite clear on that. Give not because you're obligated to give. Give because you love your Lord. In the world that we're in, irregardless of what's going on, we still have our financial obligations that we want to make sure that we are well taken care of as we are going through these times.
Well, and another part of that giving, we need to, I think back to Ruth about the gleaning in the field, the leftovers around the edges. Even if it's, not to sound too, you have extra sanitizer, extra, I don't know why toilet paper is such a big thing right now. I really don't. But some people need it. If you have things in abundance, more than you can use, let us know, and we will try to get it to those in our congregation that is in need. We've all been so blessed with what we have in this country and in this area. So if you're able to help in any of these areas, it may be someone that can't get their yard mowed because their normal yard guy is not able to work, and they're not able to take care of themselves. Let us know. We'll see what we can do to get someone by to help you out. I could think of so many different scenarios, but if you have the ability to share what you've been blessed with, let us know. We will get it to those that are in need, because it's not just about giving to the church. Discovery Church is giving to our fellow Christians, help watching out for one another, and you let us know. We will help get that out there. So
yes, we do want to go beyond shepherding as in the church, and hopefully our address, in case you don't have the technology to make your tithe via the internet, that you can just mail your check in at the church building address. This is a pilot because we want to make sure that you are the church members are well informed, and as we do these, we'll continue to try to improve how we're going to put out the communications.
I do know that is 3925 Grissom Parkway.
Yeah.
So in Cocoa 32926. So.
And from us, the elders, we want to tell you that we love you, we keep you in our prayers, and we ask you to also continue to keep us in your prayers, because nobody is smart enough to know everything. That's where we always want to be at God's feet, seeking out His counsel to direct His church, His body, according to His will.
Just so we get it right, so we know this Sunday, which will be March 29th, we will not be holding our regular service. I will open the doors, like I said, to stream this message from Merritt Island, and we'll have communion for those that are able and willing to partake. And we will give we'll go week by week, because I would hate to, we're not going to put any deadline on when we're going back to normal operations or not, because honestly, we just don't know. So we love you, and we'll pray for you, and let us know what we can do to help you. See you later.
All right.